Good morning and happy 4th of July. Today I want to share James 5, verse 7, which says, Elijah was a man with a nature like ours, and he prayed earnestly that it would not rain. And it did not rain on the earth for 3 years and 6 months. That is just so amazing to me, first, that God answered Elijah's prayer in such a powerful way. Here this man is praying, Lord, help it to not rain. And it doesn't rain for 3 years, 3.5 years. And it only started to rain again when he prayed for it to rain. But what really got to me was the very first part of this, that it says Elijah was a man with a nature like ours. Elijah wasn't this perfect person. Only Jesus is perfect. All the heroes of the Bible that we can think of, that maybe we look up to and say, oh, I wish I could be like this person. They were human. They had the same worries that we do. They experienced the same feelings we do. They were not perfect. They had flaws just like us. And the reason they're in the Bible is because they are to be examples for us, that we can look at what they did and say, you know what? God can work in amazing, powerful ways when you trust Him and obey Him. I know when I was younger, without me realizing it at the time, I kind of put the pastors of my church on a pedestal. I thought, wow, God speaks to them and through them, and, wow, they're way up there. Kind of like, I can't measure up to that. I can't be like that. And don't get me wrong, I respect and admire pastors or anyone who lives the way, to the best of their ability to honor God with the way they live and to try and help others to come to know, love, and serve Him. And that they speak the truth in love, even when it's difficult, even when people don't want to hear it, that they don't back down. I do admire and respect that. But pastors are humans too, and they shouldn't be put on pedestals because they can fall and fail just like us. They have the same struggles we do, and they're not perfect. And that just kind of gives them added stress and, pressure to try and be perfect when people do that. What we need to remember is whether it's people in the Bible or our pastors that we look up to, we're looking to them as an example, that I can talk with God too. I can hear God too. I can pray powerful prayers. Elijah just kind of made me say, I have seen answers to my prayer, but maybe I could pray bigger prayers, because I don't know how God's going to answer my prayers if I don't ask Him for those prayers. If I'm not telling Him what I want, He's probably not going to answer. So be bold. Pray those bold prayers and have faith and do what you can to live that life that is pleasing to God. Don't be afraid, hey, I might fall, I might fail. We all do. We ask for forgiveness and we keep going. God's always, thankfully, willing to forgive us. And so what we need to do is try our best to be an example to others. Try to help them to see what faith and trusting God to do the impossible and trusting Him in all things, how that can affect your life and be earth changing. We have that same ability as Moses and Elijah and Abraham and Solomon and King David, all of them. We can do those same things with trusting God and having faith and obeying Him and doing what He tells us to do. Because God uses us, human beings, just like us. Just like He used them back then, He can still use us today if we let Him. God bless and have a great day.